Oh, the weather out here is frightful, and the crew has entered the triangle. But there's a skeleton on the boat. Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. Brooke's a bony boy who poops and sings, and he's joining the crew of the future king. He's got a top hat and kick-ass coat. Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Crimbus, probably.
Merry Chrysler.
Or Happy New Year.
Yeah, we're not sure when this is coming out quite yet, but it's
or
happening.
Happy Valentine's Day. Who knows?
Oh, God, please, no. Not like this.
Or happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. That one covers all bases. Surely somebody's birthday. There were like 19 of you who listened to us on your birthday. Shout out you people.
Wait, really? What?
Yeah, we learned that from our personal podcast Spotify rap. There were 19
right.
people who listened to us on their birthday.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I was referring to my birthday.
Oh. Is it your birthday? Oh, your birthday's on New Year's, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
Way to be selfish, Devin. We want to appreciate our viewers. Way to make it all about you, Devin.
This is just like my birthday.
Oh.
Don't worry, Devin. Just for you, I'll make sure the spoiler cast comes out on your birthday.
Dude, if only.
You know, at this rate, with the schedule
We're
we've
not-
got,
Yeah, we're not really sure. Like we
That's not
we
far off.
ran the numbers. This is either going to come out like just before Christmas or like just after. So we'll figure it out. But before we get into too many shenanigans, let's go into the summary. Did you want to read it, Justin, or you want me to read it? Like what's going on here?
I think I'll commit to this one. I've been enjoying the past 2 weeks of being forced to write these because it gets my creative juices flowing.
nobody forced you. You volunteered.
I forced myself. All right.
That's fair. That is fair.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the sea the waves were calm, as still as could be. The octopi clung to the glass case with care, hoping that Captain Usopp would no longer be there. As Zoro looks out to the west, what do we see? A treasure chest? Nay, it's a treasure barrel adrift at sea. While this was a bop, rhyming is hard. I think I can hear Clement Clark Moore asking me to stop. After narrowly escaping the brute force of an oncoming storm, the Straw Hats find themselves in the depths of the Florian Triangle. As Usopp and Chopper cower in fear, if you listen real closely, there's something to hear. A pip? A squeak? No, it's singing. But where could it be coming from? Well, lo and behold, yo-ho-ho! It's Brooke, the walking, talking skeleton. After a lovely octopi dinner, the crew crashes into the home of our new arc. Welcome to Thriller Bark. Ghosts, bats, foxes, oh my! What lies in wake for our crew on this spooky, scary island? More importantly, what's waiting for them at Dr. Hogback's mansion?
Yo, this raises a valuable question. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
Don't do this.
You're going to divide the fan base?
I would probably wager a little bit more on the Christmas side. I mean, it's more Halloween-y maybe in energy, but it's kind of all about Christmas. You take Christmas out of the movie and you lose the movie entirely, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I'd say so.
It could be any holiday seeking to be Christmas. But
Porque no los dos.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't be both. I'm just saying it's probably more of a Christmas movie, right? I don't know. But that didn't divide this team more than I hoped, or as much as I hoped it would.
You know,
but
I
the
have
fan
something I might
base-
divide that. I have something I might divide them. Fun,
You
interesting
hate
facts. No, I
Oh.
don't know where you got that. No, concerning Nightmare Before. I've never actually seen Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right, well.
What?
So,
Well, that's,
the way that my life has worked out, somehow, well, I never saw it as a kid. So, you know, sheltered, blah, blah, blah. But it would occasionally come out on cable TV, right? And for whatever reason, I would try and sit down and watch the movie, and just something would happen that day where I was busy, I was working, something would just like drain me, and I'd always fall asleep during this movie. I have seen maybe like the first quarter of the movie and maybe some part of the middle of the movie. And the many times I've fallen asleep and woken up back during the movie still airing. But I have never once actually seen The Nightmare Before Christmas in its entirety. And I don't know how that keeps happening to me. I'm convinced I'm cursed.
You're just destined to never finish it.
You're missing out on a jam. Let me tell you what.
I believe you.
It's true.
The Nightmare Before Christmas level in Kingdom Hearts 2, so cool.
Oh
Do you
my
even
God.
know the song What's This?
What's that?
What's this?
I hate
What's
you.
this? I don't know what the next line is. I think it's like a tender loving
There's
human or
something
something
in
like
the
that.
air.
Oh, that's
What's
it.
this?
Yeah. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. That one I know. That one's fun.
Anyway, welcome to the Nightmare Before Christmas cast, everybody.
Yeah, whatever. So they know the deal. We watched some episodes. It just so happened to correspond. This is actually hilarious. So we were talking about, what are we going to do for the Christmas episode? And I remember I was talking with Jordy and I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure that you know who shows up on Christmas Day. Supposedly we did the math right and he does show up around when this episode releases, but hey, we found a bard.
We were talking. All right. Well, I can't believe we're meeting the next crewmate already after just getting Frankie. This is wild. They just we finished one arc. They were like, all right, we're going to give you guys a filler arc so you forget the fact that we just added Frankie.
Hey, listen. Okay, so Frankie is a permanent addition only as of the last time we recorded or something.
Yes.
But what's important here is that Frankie has had practically 100 episodes of character interaction and development that we've seen as a not straw here. So he might have only been a permanent member as of 4 episodes ago, but he's kind of been with us for almost 100, if not almost crossing a little bit more. So I mean, this isn't wild.
This is still wild to me. I don't know. Your justification doesn't really sell it for me. I'll be honest with you.
All right. Well,
I mean, he's not even part of the crew yet, technically. Assuming
Isn't he, though?
joins.
Yeah, I mean, isn't he though? He said yes the first time. I mean,
Yeah.
And then he very clearly declined. He was like, listen, I can't travel outside this fog with you because I'll just die. So
we just keep him locked up in the basement, bro. Who cares? Surely there's an area of the Sunny that doesn't have any sunlight.
Oh no, what if he's allergic to the Sunny because his name is Sunny?
Oh no. Well, wait, he's on the Sunny for that entire episode, though.
oh no, you missed a golden opportunity here.
yeah, for Frankie to be like, "Welcome to the Sunny," and then he's like, "Sun."
He just starts burning. Ah!
He starts screaming, and then they all start freaking out.
Yeah, they all go like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He's like, my skin.
Then everyone looks over.
But I don't have any skin because I'm a skeleton.
And then it turns into a skeleton joke.
I gotta say it right now because we're speaking about his bones, how he likes milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that too. Or I caught that too.
I'm like, I wonder why. But then everything also doesn't make sense about him. He can burp, he can fart, he
can poop. That's
can
the one that
poop,
really
yeah.
scares me. He can
see
poop.
the food go into his bones. It just goes into his void of a mouth and
It disappears.
I don't understand, but I love it at the same time.
Yeah, Brooke kind of he breaks and also simultaneously matches a lot of stupid rules in this universe. He's a fucker, but we love him all the
fact
same.
he could run on water. What is that about?
Off of that feature alone, Brooke is hitting OP.
He's so lightweight. And he moves so quickly that he skitters over the surface of the water. Honestly, this is one of the things I'm least worried about.
That's not how it works.
Sure it does.
That's not how any
Devin, people in this universe kick the ground really fast 10 times and they instant transmission across the world. This is the least of my problems. They kick the air really hard and they jump, they quintuple jump. Who cares?
Also, I'd like to say that running lizards are a thing. They can run on water for
Yes.
a while. You see?
I'm pretty sure that the human physiology of bone structure is way heavier than a goddamn
It's the afro, dude.
lizard.
The afro provides some lift, so he can. It's like a hot air balloon up there.
There was a god, and they killed him in the moon.
So I did have one question. So at one point, I remember we got done with like I think it was Skype at the time, and I remember I think it was Christian who was like, I don't really care what happens next because I know one thing we didn't do in our last recap or spoiler cast or whatever you want to call it. We didn't ask like what do we look forward to in the next coming arc, or maybe we did. Maybe I'm an idiot. But regardless, after the end of Skypiea, your boy Christian was like, I don't really care as long as we get a musician next. Didn't happen, but what do you like about this guy?
We got the shipwright first instead of the bard.
Priorities.
Right. This is great. I like Brooke so far.
He's so fucking cool.
He's just this manic personality that just says whatever comes to his head first, and 9 times out of 10 it's some funny stupid shit like give me milk. Or in the worst case scenario,
could you perhaps show me your panties?
Yeah, right!
Feisty! I like it! That hurt me right down to the bone, because I'm a skeleton, you see?
I get it!
Can you show me your underwear?
I was fully expecting like when he started talking about how like gorgeous Nami was and how like utterly beautiful she was, that Sanji was going to step in some regard. Now it could have been like hands off my beautiful woman, or it could have been like a fellow man of culture, I see. But we got neither of those, which kind of disappoints me, to be honest with you.
Wow.
But they kind of let Brooke roll through this just so that they can get to the panties joke, and it's fine. I'm okay with it. But I feel like it would have been even better if Sanji had stepped in some way and reacted to the idea that he already found the 2 women in his life gorgeous as he did.
Dude, Sanji and Nami both were like massively sleeping during this first encounter.
Yeah.
Luffy literally just goes like, yo, dude, what the fuck? You're sweet. He's like, oh, why, thank you. I have an afro.
I stole it from you, actually. This is your afro.
What did he say too about it? He's like, oh, I have an afro because I have very strong roots.
Yeah, that was when they were on the Sunny, and I think it was Zoro goes like, what kind of skeleton has hair or has an afro? And he goes, I got real strong roots.
You can't kill it. But no, he meets up with Luffy, Sanji, and Nami, whom, by the way, originally after they found the ghost ship and saw Brooke, sailing the sea in a very like eerie, going like yo ho ho ho, doing his fucking yo ho ho song or something. They were like, all right, we're gonna draw straws. We're gonna go up on the ship. Nami gets the short straw. Sanji goes with Luffy.
I don't understand why they did this. They draw straws, and but they go, why do we have to do this? And Zoro goes, do you really have to ask? And he kind of nods at 4 people standing on the banister. It's Luffy, Robin, Sanji, and Frankie. And out of all of and he goes like, he's essentially implying like, you really want them to go with him? And I'm like, 2 out of 3 of those people are very trustworthy people. Guard Luffy.
No, they're enablers. Don't get it twisted.
No, I took it as they were saying, are you sure you want to be left alone without those guys?
Yeah.
That's how I took it too.
Zoro would have been with them. Zoro had no plans of going.
Well, Zoro was gonna go too, man. I don't think he wasn't gonna go.
Zoro's only 2/3 of his power, though.
Yeah, Zoro's also got nerfed recently.
Yeah,
so
he's only 2/3 as strong right now.
I mean, sure, but he's still easily the second best fighter on the ship without it.
But you always want backup, bro.
You can't stab a ghost.
Either way, I think Zoro's wild.
I always assume in this scene that Zoro was absolutely one. If they didn't draw straws and limit to 3, he would have been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go too. Like, I want to check this out." Yo, I mean, he's still on the hunt for another sword, man. Like, he's got to go check out some of these ships and stuff.
I think you're gonna find a very worthwhile sword on a garbage can ship.
Yo, dude,
you'd be surprised.
There's a skeleton on there. He was probably like tending to it or something. Like, but I love this bit that as soon as like Luffy meets Brooke, he's basically just like,
hold on. Huh? I got one for you. You ready? Will you join our crew?
Yes, certainly.
yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
It's like, I'll do it.
He doesn't even know he's a musician yet. And then when he finds us, like, oh my God, I found it.
Finally,
My dream
I can
crewmate.
complete it. The plan, I love it when a plan comes together.
He's been calling out his musicians since like episode like fucking 12 or like 4 or some nonsense. It's like, we gotta get a musician. Well, boy, Luffy, do I have some good news for you.
I love the fact how we still don't know if he's a good musician yet.
That would be a really funny gag if he's just like horrible.
But exactly, because like I'm sitting there thinking like he goes like they put up like make that whole moment about him playing for the first time, and they cut it short by having a ghost intervene.
Okay, funny thing about that scene. It's been a long time since I've seen this. I didn't know what was gonna happen next. What I like assumed when he like stopped and like screamed, I thought he was just gonna reveal like, oh no, I can't play instruments because this dude stole my shadow, and my shadow has all of my talents or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's awful.
Well, yeah, but then if you do that, you're going to set a precedent that anyone who loses their shadow loses like some of their skill set or something, right? And that can be that's a dangerous thing to write around.
I thought he was gonna. I forgot that we had gotten a tease of the actual ghost earlier in the episode, so I just assumed he was gonna like freak out because he realized one of the strings on his violin was broken or something like that. Or like the thing you use to actually play that you hold in your opposite hand was like
The bow.
Is it called a bow?
Yeah, it's a bow.
Then the bow was like broken in some regard or something. I thought it was just a spooky
He didn't
ghost.
have enough resin on it. Or rosin. I used to play the viola.
Well, then you and Brooke are going to get along fine.
I already vibe with him a lot by just burping and farting a lot. So
Same.
and if I was trapped on the sea alone for like however many hundreds of years or centuries, I'd probably say the same.
It was a few decades, right? Or something like that?
It was
Yeah, it was
a
a couple
few
decades.
It wasn't specifically explained, but yeah, he was. So after he died, he wandered as a soul the ocean endlessly
For a whole year.
about a year before he found his body. And then when he found it, he was like, shit, well, here we go anyway, and became the Scully boy that we know today. And then he continued to drift for like several decades following.
Did Gold Roger kill Brooke is the real question.
I had the same thought when he goes like, a particularly strong band of pirates came and killed us. I was like, did he get iced by Gold Roger? But then it's mentioned that that was like 30 years ago, which still could be Gold Roger because what's it been now?
It's definitely been a couple decades. I don't believe it's been specified, at least not from what I remember seeing.
Luckily, we haven't been specified yet. I would say
because
that,
I do know the age of Brooke, and I want to leave that for whenever we actually do get actual numbers revealed.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be super long before we do, because obviously the team's going to follow Brooke onto the island, and we will continue the arc hence.
I do want to say that I'm actually kind of surprised that you two like Brooke so much. I assumed, I was like, man, Brooke is a cool character, but maybe not going to feel it. He's got like these lame kind of dad jokes. He's always asking for panties. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be one of those things like, this is stupid. I hate it. Dude,
Brooke is one of my favorite fucking characters.
I like him more than Usopp.
I can feel that.
All right, listen. I understand you're mad at Usopp from last arc, but you gotta let this go.
I've always been mad. Don't take that away from me.
Yeah, he's definitely not like Usopp since the beginning, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I like Brooke so far. His gags are funny. His introduction's great. Everybody just collectively, besides Luffy, going like, "What is he doing here? What is this?
Who are you? Why are you here?"
Brooke just walks on the deck after Luffy brings him on, and he basically goes like, "All right," claps his hand. Dinner time. It's like,
and Saudi's like, don't you give orders around here.
That's not for you to decide. Who are you? And then we're in the dining hall being loud as shit.
I feel like that's the reason why I like him a lot, is because the crew is currently reacting the same way that anyone watching the show would, which is like, who the fuck are you? What?
Yeah, what is this? And then like Sanji and Zoro are asking him important questions, and Luffy's like, "Do you poop though?"
The real question is, does he need to eat? He says he hasn't eaten a good meal, but does he need to?
It doesn't seem like it, because he probably didn't get much sustenance while he was wandering the seas on that boat for 30 years or whatever it was.
I mean, when we really think about it, Brook is like, so he ate the Yomi Yomi no Mi, the revive fruit. So as far as we know, it's just you die to get one res.
As
That's
far
it.
as
You
I'm
get 1 second
concerned,
shot.
the most useless devil fruit so far.
True. Yes. However, I think given the fact that Brook's soul found his body after it decayed, but he's still capable of like, he keeps the same stats as when he died, right? Like, you know, if he was a certain level of strength, intelligence, we assume he's kept all that. And like, he's just a skeleton. Like, he doesn't need anything really outside of just like avoiding the sun.
Well, avoiding the sun is a separate issue, which Brook is very explicitly points out. Because everyone was going to get real mad at him for being a vampire otherwise.
Dude, but what if he was a skeleton vampire?
Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
That would be wild.
My argument here is that, like, considering that Brook has objectively one of the worst devil fruits we've seen in terms of its application, the events surrounding his death or whatever have actually, like, I don't want to say given him a buff, but like, it's the best case scenario as far as I'm concerned.
Because he seemingly we don't know about strength numbers yet, but he's at least more. His dex stat is higher because he can run on water now, which he probably couldn't do as a normal human before. He's super light, doesn't need food. His bones are super strong now because he drinks lots of milk, I guess, or at least desires a lot of milk. Seemingly he has a decent amount of strength, or maybe it's because he just weighs nothing, because he gets up from completely prone to standing straight up like he's a machine, which is probably my favorite part of the bit just before he asks Nami for her panties. He
gets roundhouse kicked and he just glides back up.
I love the fact how they acknowledge the fact that he has a bump on his head.
I know. Sanji just breaking casually, kind of like sticking a crack in the fourth wall, asking the questions that the viewers would ask. How does a skeleton even get a bump on their forehead?
So I'm gonna do some theory shit right now, which is
go ahead, please. We love it.
I have a feeling that he can die multiple times, which is how he's going to be able to get around the fact of not having a shadow.
Oh.
Then there's also the possibility of, if he's able to just float into a random body, he could take over other powerful people's dead bodies.
So
that sounds like a stretch.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that by revive, do you think that he's mistaken in that he only gets one extra life? Do you think that he has an infinite supply of revives?
I think he has an infinite supply of revives, because otherwise it would be kind of a dumbass fruit.
Well, I mean,
what's wrong with having a dumbass fruit in this universe?
From the way we've been described devil fruits before, and granted, Brook could have lied about this. He explicitly states that his fruit only grants him one re-life, 1 second life. And from our understanding, the fruit, upon consuming the fruit, you understand exactly what it is your fruit entails for you. Brook could just be lying to these people he just met about his devil fruit, so he could potentially have infinite number of reses. But
so he's immortal then.
Which would effectively make him immortal, yeah.
I think it would be silly for a devil fruit to have a one and done use.
Would it?
What that?
There's a fruit out there that turns you into a human. Chopper has the human fruit. If a human consumed the human fruit, you would gain nothing.
Maybe you turn into like the Rock or something as like one of your forms.
Yes.
You just double your size.
You just double all of your human stats. So you as a human just get double the stats, and that's it. It's like they just crammed an extra human into you, and that's it.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Well, I'm gonna continue on the assumption that Brook has not lied to us yet.
Oh my God! What What if he was an awful violinist because he only picked it up after he became a skeleton, but he's tone deaf because he has no ears?
Oh no.
no, not like this.
Luffy's gonna be like, crew membership revoked.
Revoke.
Or the fact that since he doesn't have skin on his fingers, it makes a horrible sound because you're putting a hard thing on a string. It's
Yeah,
not
he's
sound
like
good.
he's scraping his fingers up and down the strings of the violin, and it's just
Just grinding his thumbs down.
Oh god.
But what I hate about this dude is that he lived on that boat for 3 or 4 or 5 or however many fucking decades. And that also means that he might not age as a skeleton. He already has immortality.
Age to what? He's already like decayed to, I don't know if there's like a point where bones just actually turn to dust again,
do.
but
This is what I both love and hate about Brook, is that at face value, Homeboy has basically built his own immortality. He doesn't need more now.
I'll chime in and say I think the multiple reses thing is like thrown out the window for me personally, but I do like the theory of like him being able to like inhabit another body. I think that seems reasonable.
He is a ghost.
So you're saying he leaves his current skeleton body, removes the soul out of that, and just puts it in another whatever being?
I think that's possible. I would say this wouldn't work if when he died and his soul came down, his soul didn't instantly find his body. He had to like find it. So I'm thinking, well, if you could just spend a year not in your body, what's stopping you from just inhabiting a different one?
I don't know. That could have been also explicitly stated in the mind rules that he got upon eating it, that he could only go into his own body. But again, we don't fucking know yet. It's only the first time we've seen him.
We are
I'm here for Devin's theory. That's my point here.
But in addition to being the living Skelly that we see here, he also did have his shadow stolen, which means that he can't live up in the sunlight or whatever. We don't know who stole it yet. Presumably, probably has something to do with the random fucking ghost that just so happened to be like big chilling on the boat for no fucking reason out of nowhere.
Does
in the
it
mess
have
hall.
to? It seems like for whatever reason, this like Halloween Town themed amusement park island has been Brooks' goal since even when he was alive.
You think so?
Just as he jumps off, or before he jumps off, he mentions how like this was his life goal or whatever.
I assume is that he just knows the guy who stole his shadow is on that island.
I did not make that assumption. I thought like, similar to how Sanji wants to go find All Blue or something like that, this dude wanted to find Thriller Bark Island really badly. I don't think he would have sounded so happy to have found the island where the dude who stole his shadow would be. He sounded more...
Wouldn't he?
No. Not happy. He sounded like elated, like he was a 10-year-old who just rolled up to Disneyland for the first time, He sounded happy in that way.
Maybe he's just like low-key kind of bloodlusty like Zoro. He's like, fine, like find the fucker who stole my shadow and give him what's good for him.
It sounded a little bit more manic.
That's not the way his tone made it sound.
He's Brook though. He's always excited about everything, man.
That's fair. He does always sound happy right as of right now. So
That was something that I think it was either Zoro or Sanji commented on. He's like, why the fuck are you always so like cheery, man? He's like, cause I'm alive, bitch. Look at me.
Look at me. I'm a talking skeleton.
Especially when you consider like Brook has lived a mildly depressing life for the past couple of decades. Like he watched his friends die. He's been alone on that ship with his thoughts. He doesn't
He's
know
been drinking the same empty cup of tea for 30 years.
Okay, is it empty?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
I just thought of it right now.
Sounds like we got a second One Piece.
The thought just occurred to me that he was like sipping on this tea, but was there actually any tea? I can't remember.
It looked like there was tea to me. It looked like he had some like orange fluid or whatever.
We never saw the inside of the cup.
But then
I thought I did.
that raises
Maybe I'm
the
trolling,
question:
but-
where the hell did he make the tea? How does he have tea?
If there was tea in it, where did he get it from? Did he steal it from one of the other because he mentioned he saw other ghost ships.
Hold on. Now that we're here, this is the one fact I will bring up. I think it was answered in an SBS. Brooks' measurements is that he is 8 foot.
Holy shit.
Damn, boy, he's
Wait,
tall as
Who's
fuck.
the next tallest? It's got to be Zoro or Sanji, right?
I don't
I think
know.
it's Frankie actually.
Oh, that makes sense. You're right.
I want to say it goes Brooke, Frankie, I think Robin's actually in there too. I think she's like slightly taller than Zoro even. And then like Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, and then I don't know the rest. All right, you got me all confused. Where am I? Oh, so he's excited that we found Thriller Bark though, which is some mysterious floating island that came from the West Blue. How in the fuck it got here?
How in the fuck? Okay, devil fruit powers making a skeleton come to life is one thing. How the fuck does an island float from the West Blue to wherever the fuck the Grand Line we are?
We watched a movie where there was an entire island like 20 times bigger than this on the back of a giant fuck off turtle, all right? Like, I don't... This one could be on the back of a crab for all I care.
Also, since we don't know where all the ships go, we can assume that just like in our real oceans with a giant trash island being made, that's the same thing that happened here.
Yeah, this island could have giant long legs that it walks on the bottom of the sea with for all we know.
Dude, bro, I'm just saying, like, this is already shaping up to be the Dark Souls arc.
Is it? Because it seems kind of slapsticky right now.
Well,
There's one GIF that I've seen of One Piece, and I hope it happens here.
Oh, I think you are going.
I think I know what he's talking about. Go on.
No, don't go on. No, don't go on. I want to see it.
I've seen it 1,000 times. All I'm going to say is zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Zombie.
Golden.
I wouldn't be surprised. This doctor guy that we're about to meet seems like kind of
Totally
a necromancer.
Not Frankenstein.
Totally not.
Totally not Frankenstein.
Totally not.
Totally no Frankenstein vibes. None at all.
Pay no attention to the Cerberus hybrid we created in the corner.
Yeah. The two dog, one fox creature thing.
Listen, don't talk about the fox head. Okay?
Right. Let me not say that too loudly.
Dude, the face that Chopper gave when like he realized that he was being barked at by a fox, he was like, the fuck?
He's like, actually, that one's a fox. He just gets super depressed.
Did you notice something, Chopper?
What is it?
Look! Hey, I'm on to you! One of your heads is a fox head, isn't it?
I think it's depressed.
Guess it's sensitive about it.
Not only does the fox only have one eye left, he's now being segregated from the others by this blue-nosed reindeer.
Yo.
Who the fuck do you think you are coming into my island talking shit about
It was
my
funny because I thought, like, maybe they were like talking to Chopper, and Chopper's like, "Wait, we don't need to run. They're trying to, they're friendly." And then no,
well, I
I
wasn't thinking friendly. I was thinking Chopper can understand what they're saying, and like maybe this will get resolved somehow. But then he's just like, "I think that one's a fox, guys."
But one thing that we didn't talk about was before they got there, there's an entire sequence now that we know about the Sunny. It has like little dudes, little extra gizmos inside of its.
Dude, this is my favorite part of the Sunny.
So I want to preface with saying, since we didn't watch the filler, you missed the introduction to the submarine and to, well, you kind of got the gist of the updated the waiver that Frankie made into a horse and Nami was pissed about. But the shark was introduced in the last filler arc as like, oh yeah, dude, we got a submarine now. It's a shark. And everyone's like, dude, that's sweet. So they got what? Channel 0 is they can put some paddles out. Channel 1 being the waiver that pimped out into a horse.
Not
2,
just any paddles. Cola powered paddles.
Just use steam.
Channel 3 was the submarine shark. Channel 2 is a little shopping boat. It's a little mini Mary, and everyone was pretty pumped to see it. It was
So the Mary did live on.
It was really cute.
Yeah, this is where Devin comes in and goes like, "Hey guys, I was right.
Actually, I've got the Berserk movies queued up. We can finally watch them now. I was right.
Yeah, we can bail on this cast right now. In fact, we can queue them up. Like, let's go.
Don't tempt me."
No,
I love the comment that Zoro made to Frankie. He was like, "You took what he said? He said you took Considerate to the next level."
Yeah.
And Frankie's out here is like, "Man, I love you guys. Don't worry about it."
If you think of the Sunny as our mothership, then these guys are all the little soldiers that help her out.
Yeah, I love it. You're a genius, Frankie. Keep it up. Good boy. Good.
Hell yeah. What can I say? I guess I'm extra awesome this week, huh? Super!
Super.
The mini Mary was how, of course, the weak trio of Nami, Usopp, and Chopper.
The cowards.
Oh yeah, I referred to them the cowards in my notes the entire time.
The three Musket cowards managed to be the first ones onto the spooky boat by none other, or spooky island or whatever, using none other than Mini Mary, the new boat that they have underneath the bigger boat that they have.
And then immediately crashing it into a wall and being thrown into the trenches.
While we're still talking about the Sunny's features, I feel like there was definitely an episode at some point, whether it was filler or comes out later. But I feel like there's definitely an episode that like hard dives into like all the amenities on the Thousand Sunny.
Yeah, it was in that filler thing, but honestly, most of it was like honestly caught. I mean, you got the gist. They got an aquarium where they make their food.
They got a fucking swing.
Highly
They got a
inefficient.
swing.
I love the swing. The swing's great. Highly inefficient aquarium though.
How so?
For retrieving the food out of it.
Usopp had the octopi right where he wanted
Did
them,
he?
all right, kids?
Aren't they
Don't-
squids because they ink?
No,
Do
octopus.
octopi squid
Listen, we're not
ink?
marine biologists out here, all right, Devin? We don't know shit. What do you know?
It's supposed to be like the addition of like the two super long ones they use to grab stuff for squids. And like the number of tentacles I think is also varied.
Yeah, 6 versus 8, I believe.
Anyway, so we got the sick aquarium. I think Zoro's crow nest is pretty sick. It's nice and cozy in there. He's got a little PA system.
The PA system is really funny. I don't know
the
why.
kitchen dining room is nice. And I don't know what is my obsession with this, but the opening scene at 337, the garden that Robin was just like catering to, those flowers have no business being that pretty. All of the budget from these 3 episodes went into that one panel of flowers.
That reminds me though that I forgot to go back and watch the OP because I assume Brooke is in it now that I've watched
Brooke
the 3
is in it.
episodes.
Sadly, when I was skipping through it, I saw Brooke's face. Now, to be fair, I've seen Brooke before.
Right, and you were about to meet him 5 minutes later anyway.
I was trying to make the call myself. I was like, hey, you could watch it. If you want to watch it before, it's not a big deal, but I feel like maybe you would enjoy it more if you watched it after you watched everything. I was trying to think to myself, what would Jordy tell you?
I think you probably would have told him the same. Like, it doesn't really matter at the grand scheme of things, but maybe you watch it
spoiled in
after.
even upon skipping the OP though, it's spoiled in 0.2 seconds because the title of that first episode we watch is like spooky ghost skeleton on spooky ghost ship. Not a direct quote, but it's something to that effect. It mentions something about a skeleton, and that my first thought was, "Are we really?
Are we really?
This soon?"
Is your
And
boy
then
here?
we do. And then we do.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
either way, ends up being a non-issue. But I'll have to make sure to watch the OP next week.
I will say, Justin, on first time watching, didn't appreciate this OP back then. This OP listening to like today, this slaps.
Yeah, I think this OP slaps. I think that the only problem is that it just kind of drags on after a little while. I think it would do better if it just kind of ended after the quick little rap and partway through or whatever it is.
Does it beat Sniper King Island?
Absolutely not.
Well,
Nothing
that's
will
not
beat
an
that.
OP, so it doesn't really fit in.
Ooh, he's got a
Wasn't
point.
it an LP at one point? Or wasn't it an EP?
No.
No, it was just a song in the middle of the show.
No, it's just a
Yeah,
song.
it was just a thing he sung like every other episode.
I think the only other main plot element was, for whatever reason, the crew's attacked by some kind of invisible guest of sorts.
Beast thing.
Something that licked the shit out of Robin.
Whatever it is, it's either an animal or an animal.
Or an animal.
lastly, the Coward 3 caught up with some weird-looking weird motherfucker named Hildan or something like that. And then he was like, yes, it's gonna get dark out here. You should probably join me to the mansion so we can see Dr. Hogback.
And then he just casually summons a really creepy horse and buggy. He's like, go back
Buggy?
to Dr. Hogback's mansion.
clown?
Buggy.
Definitely getting some Dracula vibes.
It's called a carriage, dude. It's not a buggy.
Horse and buggy.
It's a horse and
It's
carriage.
a horse and carriage.
There's only one Buggy in this show, and it's Buggy DeClown.
Yeah, baby. I like that we probably hated this meme when Brendan first brought it up, and now we're all in on it.
Yeah, baby.
As all things should.
But yeah, so the Coward 3, they talked to some dude named Hilden. They're headed over to Dr. Hogback's mansion, and that was it.
You're just going to skip over the part where Chopper is like super excited about this? We're just not going to talk about that?
You can mention it if
I
you
don't know
want.
about excited. The cliffhanger of the episode is that he recognizes Hogback's name, seemingly.
Yeah, but he's a doctor. Dr. Hogback.
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe that's what he was excited about. I didn't pick up on that. I'm just here thinking, like, does Chopper know this dude? But maybe you're right. Maybe Chopper's like, another doctor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows Dr. Hogback. He probably like read a bunch of his books or something in Dr. Kureha's collection or something like that.
So yeah, we met a talking
Anyway,
skeleton this episode.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Chopper to meet his idol, I guess.
I think we're done here. I think we've reached the end of our...
And with that, we move on to next week will be episodes 340 to 342. And what quotes do we got?
I think this is when Usopp sees him jump to the other ship where Brook is. He just says, evil be gone, Luffy, rest in peace.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Usopp's drip, my guy.
Drip.
Ghost Hunter Usopp is the best.
Dude, Ghost Hunter Usopp is a 5.5. I don't even give a fuck, dude. He's got so much.
He will have no better wardrobe change. You cannot change my mind.
It's really the garlic necklace for me, to be honest with you.
The hat's cool. He's got like a flag on his back.
That he just integrates seamlessly his goggles into. By the way,
he's prepared.
He just gives a measly silver cross necklace to Chopper.
I mean, that's more than he had before.
Yeah, but come on, bro. You couldn't make a second suit of armor drip for my boy here? Come on.
I did love, I guess this kind of leans into almost a quote, but I do love that when we were first introduced to that ghost for the first time, it's looking directly at Chopper, and Chopper's like freaking the fuck out. And then Usopp on the side starts talking about getting his ghost gear. And then Chopper goes like, dude, you gotta give me some of that. I'm freaking out over here. I'm tweaking. Oh, God, Chopper.
Does anybody else have anything?
I have a question now.
Oh?
Is Brook's name based off of a pirate?
Not that I know.
Let me
not that I found.
answer that. I bet you it is.
I don't know why it sounds familiar.
While he's searching, the only other quote I wrote down, after the three cowards wake up, Nami apologizes. She says, I'm 100% at fault, but you'll forgive me because I'm cute.
Well, I have an answer for you. It's literally just Jack Skellington, and funny enough, it's not based on a pirate. He is based on Oda's favorite musician by the name of Brooke Benton.
Oh,
wow.
That is where he gets his name from. I
How
actually don't
old
know.
is The Nightmare Before Christmas?
it's like the 90s.
Damn.
Brooke Benton was a popular rock soul singer from 1948 to 1988.
Other random fact that could be thrown in here is Oda didn't think of Brook the character at this time, but he thought of I guess his image more or less, for lack of a better term for me. In the year 2000, he thought of a skeleton musician, and I guess he was like, "I'm gonna add that to One Piece."
Y2K really hit Oda different, huh? Oda had other priorities.
Which is also insane. The fact that he thought of not exactly Brook, but basically thought of Brook so far in advance.
What if he didn't do it on purpose, though? What if he thought up Brook, shoved it in a drawer and was like, I'll get to this next week. 7 years later. I have two quotes. The first is when they find that stupid barrel floating in the ocean, and they talk about how they're gonna take the booze out of it at least and drink it. And right after they make that decision, Luffy goes, "Hey God, I'm taking your snacks," and puts his hands together in pseudo prayer, and then opens the top and the firework comes out.
Hey, God, we're stealing your booze.
Now you're praying to God? If I remember, you beat the crap out of God back on Skypiea. Don't bother. God's a jerk.
Prayer's over. Here goes. Okay, let me see.
Whoa! What is that?
My other quote is Frankie basically telling us we should give us a golden ham this week. Because he goes,
yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
right after, was it right after? I think it was right after Zoro compliments him on being super considerate. He goes, "Yeah, I'm the ultimate man again this week, super." And I was like, Frankie just claimed golden ham.
He called
So
that shit.
I think we need to give Frankie golden ham because he had the audacity to tell us that he earned it this week.
See, I'm against it because of the fact of he had to demand it when we just gave it to him.
Yeah, but that makes it even better because he says again. He knew we would skip this stupid filler so that we would be able to give him the ham 2 weeks in a row, Devin. Frankie's listening to us.
But I like the skeleton.
I like what you're putting down here, man. But like, man.
Guys, now we don't want to do memes.
It's not that I don't want
Our
to.
choices are meme 1 or meme 2. You gotta understand.
He poops.
From where? We don't know. But he poops.
All right. But before we get too railroaded, I did have one more quote to add to the mix. Not that it fucking matters at this point. I love the bit when they first get into like the dark waters, and then like they're starting to remind Usopp because he wasn't there when the Florian Triangle was explained to the crew. So they're re-explaining it to Usopp in this time when he's like, "Wait, what's happening?" And they're like, "Oh, you don't know? We're going through the Florian Triangle, the place with all the ghost ships." And then Usopp's like,
Shut up! Why does everyone know about this except me? If this is some kind of prank, it's not funny!
Zoro!
Nah, it's real. And I hear there's zombies and skeletons, too.
Why are you happy about this, Luffy?
No one told me this before I rejoined the crew, guys.
and then Sanji on the side is like, "Oh, don't worry, Usopp, we'll be fine."
The truth of the matter is, every year over 100 ships vanish in these waters without any explanation. They say the sailors' souls stay on the ships, wandering for all eternity.
I don't know what you call that, but that fucking like spooky like flashlight in your face campfire moment from Sanji's gold.
Dude, I just love how much they're picking on him. It was hilarious.
I also like the fact, I forgot, I guess this can be an additional quote, but Nami starts bringing out the different diseases that she might have.
That was great. I think I wrote that down. What did she say?
Gotta get out of this place right now!
Bad news, you guys. I think I can't go on that island sickness. Me too. I'm real sick.
No problem. You two watch the ship.
And you've got stupid adventure sickness again!
Are there any other quotes before we just jump to this unanimous golden ham?
Not unanimous. Still voting for Frankie.
3 out of 4 sounds unanimous to me.
Not the definition of unanimous, but majority.
I mean, Christian has swayed me more in the last 4 seconds than I was 10 seconds ago.
But my boy Brooke, though.
I do love Brooke. I do love Brooke so much. I gotta pick Brooke.
This disheartens me.
I'm so sorry, Christian.
Listen, Christian, I really appreciate the hill you're dying on. I would love to join you if just Brooke wasn't a factor.
Maybe Dylan will pick a screen cap with only Brooke and Frankie in the same frame, if that's even happens.
But it's more Frankie than Brooke. Brooke's just in the background.
It's more Frankie than Brooke, even better. Now that would be funny. All right, we did it.
We the only thing left to do is the grab bag that we skipped last week.
Rain check.
Don't you mean mizzle drizzle?
No, shut up, Jordy.
All right, that was good. That was pretty good though.
I hate.
From
Don't
the back.
enable Jordy.
Mizzle drizzle.
He's gonna keep saying it.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, rain check. Anyway, the question this week was
So like Beetlejuice?
What?
Rain check.
Rain some up here in front of you and ask the question personally.
What anime villain was a personal
Why
favorite?
don't we do that? Wait a second. Why don't we do that? Why don't we get her to record asking the questions?
Great. These are fantastic
Why
questions.
haven't we done this yet?
I'll
I'll get on that.
Dylan, write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
All right, what anime villain was a personal favorite? Who wants to go first?
Ooh.
And this isn't your personal 100% favorite. This is a personal favorite. The first one that comes to mind. Whatever. We won't go out here and even go so far as to say this is our absolute favorite villain of all time. Because honestly, I don't even think I could pick that.
I didn't even pick a singular one. I wrote down a bunch when we were going to do this last week.
I got one like right off the top of my mind that I think of every single time.
Pain, right?
It's Pain or Madara or Gaara. I don't know what it is about those smooth, deep voices and raspiness.
Are there no good Berserk villains?
Honestly, it's hard to say because we don't have, like, for me, like what gets me a lot of times with villains is the voice. And like there's some cool villains in Berserk, like Bascon, I think his name is. He's awesome, or Nosferatu, but
from SpongeBob?
No, Nosferatu Zod. That's his full name.
I know.
You'd have to watch it or read it. It's hard to explain. I can't just be like, hey guys, you know this cool name? It's like, I can't do that because none of you fucking seen it.
What haven't I seen?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, actually, I had a fun fact for you, Devin. I don't know if it was about Berserk or that other one you like. What's the spacey one that you like sometimes?
Gantz?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Gantz. There was a scene in a recently revealed manga chapter where I think some prisoners were like on their way to the slaughterhouse or something, being carried by
the show's been done for years, or the manga's been done for years. So, but go on.
Oh yeah, it was like some dude in or some dudes in a carousel on their way to go to like some kind of slaughterhouse, and it was like, you know, like a ski carousel that like goes up a giant like wire incline and stuff like that. It was like one of those, and they were singing the OP to One Piece, and some guy was like, they're singing their last song before their demise. I thought it was funny.
Honestly, I don't remember that, but that does sound funny. That does sound like kind of like what the show tone went for.
All right, my bad. I just wanted to insert that. Go ahead.
But yeah, I have to honestly go with like, you know, like just hearing Pain say Almighty Push, or just watching Madara do during the Great Shinobi War. Like, Naruto did a fantastic job with their villains, I feel.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
My eardrums.
It does sound silky smooth. I can respect that.
If you can't tell, I like Naruto.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
Do you have any others on your list though, Devin?
Well, I did say Crocodile. He was fantastic for One Piece. I'll think about it a little bit more if I come up with any more that come to my mind, but you guys go.
I'll jump in really quick. I've only got, two right off hand that are sticking out to me that I know I really care about. I love the shit out of whoever the villain was in Psycho-Pass, the white-haired guy. That was the counter to...
that was a cool character.
I was indifferent to him, but I could see what you guys liked about him.
The scene where he's holding the main or female protagonist's friend like over the railing and is like, I am such a calculated cold killer that I have no emotion or feeling whatsoever, and I can murder this person right before your eyes and you can do nothing about it. Something about that scene just... It hits on this weird level that makes me feel bad about myself, and also, well, you kind of made this post-apocalyptic future yourselves, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. It was like, it's absolute psychopath, but like I fuck with the anarchist, thing kind of going on, where it's like the Sybil system is really fucked up.
Oh yes, I know your face. You're the promising young inspector, Akane Tsunemori, aren't you?
And you're the madman who dragged Yuki into this.
I'm Shogo Makishima.
Makishima?
Interesting. So you've heard my name before. That's encouraging.
I want to look up this last guy's name. It's a villain from Yu Yu Hakusho. If any of you guys have seen...
I love Yu Yu Hakusho.
Not.
I've only seen parts of it.
It's a great 90s shonen anime. I highly, highly, highly encourage everyone to watch it.
I loved the shit out of it back in the day. And the villain I'm thinking of, he's the guy who makes himself super buff. He's just such a cool dude.
Toguro,
correct. Yes, Toguro. That's exactly it. He's He plays the main villain in Yu Yu Hakusho's tournament arc, of all things. Tournament arcs are always the best. And basically his superpower, when he's first introduced, he's like a villain, but he's like a low diff villain, if you know what I mean. But then he shows that he can like make himself buff, but then he gets beaten by the heroes kind of easily. And then he goes like, all right, so have we checked that they're like good enough to join the tournament? And like the other villain B is like, oh, absolutely. And then he's like, great, I'm going to use 100% of my power next time.
And he diffs the shit out of
Dude,
everybody.
he is a goon and a half. I tell you what, if you watch honestly, if you watch anything in Yu Yu Hakusho, let me tell you, the first season, he dies, he comes back to life, you're caught up.
He's not wrong. The beginning of Yu Yu Hakusho is a little slow because it just introduces everybody, and then you get big tournament arc where all the hype is for shonen.
Yeah.
But Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the best 90s animes to ever come out, and I will die on this hill.
If anyone...
You can die there alone because Neon Genesis Evangelion.
All right, well.
All right, that's my 2 right now.
I'll give you a short, quick list. A lot of this stuff I can't really mention because it's mostly like manga heavy. But Upper Moon Demon 1 from Demon Slayer. If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll find out maybe one day in the anime.
Is he better than Akaza?
That's a valid debate to have. I think so, but we'll get there one day.
I haven't even met him yet, and I'm telling you he's not. Next.
Who else was I thinking about? All for One. Yeah, I'll say All for One. Is it right? All for One? Yeah, All for One from My Hero Academia. What else am I reading? Current main bad guy in Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't want to say what I know and mess up anybody out there watching the
I'll
anime.
fight you if you spill that.
You've met him, but whatever.
Shut up.
Anyway,
it's Gojo, isn't it?
Gojo is not the bad guy. If Gojo ever became the bad guy, I'd be fucking upset.
Well, the world would end. I kind of a similar vein. The easy ones to pick off the top of your head are the big shonen ones. Especially Naruto as the only one that I really watched of like the big 3. You think of like your Pains and Obitos and Madaras and all that. I also thought of Zabuza from Naruto, who really is the very first villain that you meet. So and is arguably still like one of the best ones in the entire series as well, for what he sets up and how that whole beginning arc plays out. I also thought, like, from big shonen animes, I really like Meruem, who is the final boss for what the anime is of the Chimera Ant arc. There's something about him where in the beginning, when you first meet him, he's just this cold, killing machine. But as he kills more humans and how he transforms into this much more human-like character, but is still busted as shit. Like, it literally takes an old man with a nuke in his heart to kill him. Almost
Poison nuke.
It doesn't kill him. It's a nuke with poison gas in it. The only way they could give this man the smoke was to fucking pump him full of poison, and that's it. So I really like Meruem from Hunter x Hunter also.
I suppose I must tell the truth. You see, I have been poisoned, and I'm dying.
Please no, Lord Meruem.
I wanted to spend my remaining moments playing with you, Komugi.
There's a lot of animes too out there where like the villain is the main character that you watch all the time.
You mean like fucking Death Note?
Steins Gate comes up to me.
Really? You would call
The problem is that Okabe is like both the hero and the villain of that story, right? Because like all the events that transpire are in direct response to his intrusion.
Yeah, you could call him the villain for that. I think that's a bit more of a gray area villain.
Right. I'm not saying that he's like a direct villain. That's kind of why he's not like on my like mention, but
so yeah, you could go Death Note, you could go Code Geass, Lelouch, clearly a villain.
Oh, Lelouch.
My favorite is because it's literally in the title, Tanya the Evil.
That scene where she talks like a little girl to or start a war.
I know.
Oh.
It's so good.
Early warning. The Imperial Army is about to attack your weapons facility. Evacuate the building.
This is amazing, Major. Your childish voice has them all thinking this is just a prank.
Huh? What a believable performance. I didn't know you'd had acting lessons, ma'am.
And she's like, all right, they didn't listen to my warning.
You know, I'm still thinking about mine. I appreciate the villains, but I guess because of the genre I watch is mostly shonen, it's not that villains don't have personality, but like I'm mostly engaged for like powers and like the fight scenes, especially in Bleach, because there are so many villains technically, and most of them have like really really cool fights. Like anyone who's a Bleach stan like me, Ukiura, iconic fight, Grimmjow, another one. Aizen is like a cool villain. Like he just like big brains everyone, but like I don't know. I can't really rock with
the
that.
problem with Aizen is that he's basically written as like, instead of being like a character that's I guess insurmountable, he's just written as like a character that always outsmarts the enemy. He's always a step ahead. He's got like crazy powers that's never seen. You just know that he's the villain.
That's the thing. It doesn't even feel like he's plotting. It just feels like, yeah, I'm plotting, but this is mostly just done by my OPS power, where I just confuse you because I can. Anyway, I finally thought of like a really important villain. I'm surprised no one named Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Kono Dioda!
I think I just love him for the meme factor, but he's a cool villain. He's the only guy who dies, and he's still ruining people's lives for generations.
He dies but doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Dio feels like more of a meme to me. Dio's like a big part of the entire series, but granted, I've only seen like the first 2 or 3 parts.
That's all you need to see.
That's all I feel I ever needed to see. Honestly, once I learned that Hamon was dead, the show was dead to me. But Dio never.
I feel you on that, bro. But you keep going.
Dio
I promise
didn't
it's worth.
Feel, I don't know, as weighty and impactful as like a lot of the other villains we've mentioned before. So I didn't feel like he was worth talking about, in my opinion.
He is a big meme. I will say that. He's more big meme evil villain versus like impactful, emotionally evil villain.
I understand your arguments. Meme, definitely. I think for me, and I'm trying not to spoil it since Christian doesn't. He only went up to, I guess, like Star Platinum.
I won't watch anymore. You can say whatever you want if you want to spoil it for the listeners.
So like Dio dies at the end of Star Platinum or Stardust Crusaders, whatever. So he's dead. He's gone. However, his influence, his impact still lingers on. So like in the next part, okay, I'll go to like the most recent example for like the recent season of JoJo. Spoiler: Big Baddie is like a disciple of Dio, and I'm just here like, Dio has been dead for so long, and yet whether it's directly or indirectly in this case, Dio is still actively fucking people over. He's still fucking with the Joestars.
Like Emperor Palpatine has always been the Star Wars antagonist, except he's alive still, or was alive all 9 movies, but it feels like the author is just milking Dio now. That's what it sounds like to me.
Isn't Giorno like Dio's like kid or something like that?
Exactly. Granted, that's less of a. I'm trying to remember how the villain worked in Golden Wind. I can't remember too far. But like even then, like Dio's still involved. His fucking kid's involved now. Granted, his kid's now technically the hero, more or less, but even from the grave, Dio's just ruining people's lives, bro.
I feel like if we're gonna pick a villain from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Pillarmen is where it's at.
I can respect that.
But we're not going to talk about it anymore because we've gone like 20 minutes on this already.
Yeah. It do be that way, though.
Let's cut it there.
So Christian can go to bed.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You can also send us questions at pandasightings@gmail.com. Tell me your favorite villain.
For anyone who's been scared about sending us emails, I've been reading them this past week. We got like 2 or 3. Shout out to Red Hair Productions.
Thanks.
I appreciate all your effort and your crazy theories. And shout out to Dontrell, if I said your name right.
Yo, Dylan, just slide in either my carol or the sounds of Brooke going like yo yo. I fucking love that shit.